Hey, good morning. Excuse me. So I think I'm on live. If you can hear me, if you're catching this live, please pop in a hashtag live. Let me know you're catching it. And if you watch it on the replay, hashtag replay, let me know how you found me, hashtag live or hashtag replay. And would love to know what brought you here, what interests you. If there's anything in this that resonates with you, please pop in a hashtag AHA, AHA. And as always, feel free to private message me or send me a question in the comment or chime into the conversation if you have some wonderful tips as well on this topic that I'm going to bring. So today the topic is, are you feeling stuck or fearful of starting the conversation about your end of life plan? So look, I get it. Death is a taboo topic. Everybody wants to live. Like, we don't want to think about that. But are you really able to live fully and mindfully if you haven't prepared yourself or your loved ones for a defining and crucial moment? I mean, my philosophy says that to better live, you have to understand death before you really understand life. And what that means to me is, like, when you really prepare well for your end of life, you have like a whole new lease on life. You're filled with a deeper confidence, a sense of accomplishment, a peace of mind. You have relief that you have done your due diligence to protect your loved ones and yourself because you've made really solid decisions, for these moments. So, you know, for me, the biggest motivating factor is when you're thinking about preparing end of life plans is why. For me, it's for my loved ones. It's so that I don't burden them. And I know this really well. If you don't know me, if you haven't heard this before, I've been through several tragedies and I've had to help others through their tragedies where there were no plans in place. So I know really, really well the impact that not having a plan has on the people that remain. So when you're thinking about this, I know it's hard. People don't want to think about this kind of thing, but I'm telling you that when you do, and I'm going to give you some tips and some suggestions, through this presentation, hopefully that will be helpful. But once you get this ball rolling, I'm telling you, it becomes easier. The more you talk about it, the more authentic you are, the easier it is for other people to open up and think about it. It may take a little time sometimes, if depending on, who's surrounding you and what's going on there. But the more you talk about this and really ponder what's meaningful and best for your situation and your loved one's situation, the easier it gets. And I also know that, sometimes the conversation is challenging because you may not be on the same page with some of the people around you. Like if you have a partner or if you're thinking about helping your aging parents. And I agree that is hard, but I also find that starting that dialogue is key to opening that pathway and to getting this done. And what's the motivation? You always go back to the motivation. Why do I want to get this done? Because I don't want my loved ones to be burdened. And I want to leave my loving legacy to them as well. So I find that starting with the why is a huge motivator. And I probably wouldn't feel this way if I hadn't been through so many different, losses myself. But because I've seen it, I really see the impact of not having a plan on remaining loved ones. So when you're dealing with a situation like that, because it's difficult, we want to avoid things that are difficult. But I question myself, how am I going to feel if this isn't done and something happens? Because things happen. They've happened to me multiple times with the loss of my brother, the loss of one of my closest friends, the loss of another, really my best friend, and these were unexpected and they were sudden and they didn't have plans. So this is what motivates me personally to really, encourage you to think about it, because I know you don't want to put your loved ones through that. So you just think about that, whenever you're faced with a difficult, if you have a conversation that you have to start with someone that's maybe not on the same page as you, this is fuel for getting it done. This is fuel for getting it started. So how do you start? My thing is, go back to why. Keep thinking about what's motivating me to do this. I don't want my loved ones to be stuck in a position of being burdened with these decisions and the tasks and possibly, probably unnecessary cost because I didn't do the work for them before that crucial moment. So just keep that in your mind. Why am I doing it? What's motivating me? And then here's some 4 steps that you can follow to really start your end of life plan, or prepare for that crucial moment for your loved ones. First of all, I want to say, before I even say that, acknowledge yourself for doing this, because it is selfless, it is compassionate, and it is huge for the people around you. So the first step is start the conversation. People ask me, how am I going to start this conversation when, these people may not agree with me? Well, start the conversation. All you can do is start. And I firmly believe, again, with the intent, I don't want that person or other loved ones to suffer or be burdened. So I'm motivated to start the difficult conversation if need be. And it doesn't have to be difficult. Some people, it's just a matter of starting. And once you get starting, again, it gets easier the more you talk about it, because your ideas will start to flow. And you'll eventually, heart to heart it and authentically connect, and it'll get things rolling a little better. So the most important point is start the conversation. And then start sharing, brainstorm and start sharing your ideas for your creative memorial plan. Like, cover things like, how do you want to handle remains? And I have tons of stuff about that in my creative memorial planning group. If you don't know the different options available, and I'm here to say, if you don't know me, I advocate strongly about minimizing corporate funeral involvement because of the cost and the damage to the planet. So if you don't know what these ways are, come check out my group, Creative Memorial Planning Group, and I'll plop the link below. But you need to think about, how do you want to have your remains handled when you're gone? And then once you have that kind of brainstormed conversation, you're going to want to figure out, where are these alternatives? I mean, are these options available where you are? Record your contact info, your payment plan. You're going to want to probably talk about what kind of goodbye ritual you want to have. In fact, you might even start with that one, because it seems to be a little less technical and less morbid seeming for some people. But you can have a goodbye ritual that ranges from something very earthy and simple as an outdoor barbecue where people honor your life together with a party or a trip somewhere, to a full-out celebration of life with a full agenda as a memorial celebration. So just discuss these things, and get, the third step is to get feedback or wishes or preferences from your loved ones about what they'd like to see to personalize a meaningful memorial plan. What are their ideas? What would they feel comfortable with? And then the last point is to get these things written down and get them ready. So also, once you have this conversation and you get through it, the results are going to bring you tremendous relief. First of all, just starting that conversation is a huge breakthrough, because you're addressing it, and you're addressing something that we all have to face, and you're being brave and you're being compassionate, because you're thinking of others as your purpose of having this conversation. So first of all, pat yourself on the back. Congratulations. I cannot celebrate that enough. It's huge. It's a huge impact for the people that are left when you're gone. Once you have this conversation and you start jiving these ideas and you start writing them down and getting things documented, you're going to feel a massive weight off your shoulders, a sense of accomplishment, and you're giving a lasting gift, to the people that mean the most to you, because you made the difficult decisions so they won't have to. So, I just wanted to share a few things about that, and I want you to say yes to yourself and to your loved ones, and yes to getting your creative memorial plan mapped out right now. I want you to replace your excuses so you can finally feel relief, peace of mind, and a sense of accomplishment from getting this done. You're going to feel like life is so much richer and fuller and happier because you don't have to think about it anymore. It's done, and you're prepared, and they're prepared. And this is for me, this is a huge motivator to avoid leaving your loved ones that burden by getting it done now. And, I just can't stress that enough. Also, honestly, I want you to gain huge savings with earth-friendly, personalized alternatives to corporate traditional funeral customs. So if you don't know what these are, again, I invite you to join Creative Memorial Planning Group. And if you're in the group, go check out the units section in my group or the announcements, because I have categorized them. You can search earth friendly, you can search handling the remains, you can search creative memorial ideas, and I have tons of in-depth live videos about this topic that kind of will help you. First of all, if you don't know what these alternatives are, it will introduce them to you and help you understand that it's so much more simple and not a mystery like a lot of the corporate facade has led us to believe. So, and you will save dramatically if you work through these alternatives. And if you want to work with me as your creative memorial planning coach, I can show you exactly how to find these, tailor it to your personalized values, and get it mapped out for you. But you will pay a fraction of the cost you normally would, even if you pre-plan through the corporate world. And you are saving your loved ones from unnecessary expense by doing this as well. You save by planning in advance, but you save tremendously by using these alternatives to corporate traditional customs. So, and that's what makes me different, by the way. I mean, I know there are a lot of end-of-life planners out there, but I'm pretty strongly an advocate of minimizing, or if possible, doing without corporate funeral involvement as much as possible. And also personalizing that goodbye ritual and end-of-life plan with less or even zero religious involvement. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to incorporate these, but I advocate minimizing it. And the reason I do that is for the personalization of it. It's much more meaningful and comforting to your loved ones if it's personalized. And as I just mentioned, to save you tremendous cost. And the big one that I love is, protect nature. We're destroying the world with, these really destructive, toxic corporate customs. So I'm leaning away from that to be more earth friendly and gentler personally and cost reducing. I want you to get this done so that you're going to feel confident, satisfied, and stress-free about your end-of-life plans for you and for your loved ones. It's just an incredible experience to have that done. And I've met people that, have had it done. I'm done, and I've finished my mom's, and we've updated hers as well. And it's just such a load off because you know that nobody's going to have to deal with that. It's already there and you're already showing it to them. It's been communicated. And now you can really live your life more fully relaxed. So if you don't know who I am, I've done this for myself. I've lost close friends and family members. I've done it for these situations. I've done it for several family members, several friends, acquaintances, and clients. And you can do it too. That's what I do. I'm here to help you get this behind you. And I want to say also that working with me as a creative memorial planning coach provides you with accountability. A lot of people, we're always saying, I need to do that. I need to do that. And then we procrastinate it. But I will hold you accountable to get this done. And it will be done within 2 months. It can be done in a shorter amount of time. It depends on where you are and what you want to accomplish. But within 2 months, regardless, it's going to be done. So I hold you accountable. I support you, and you're going to get support from me, who is someone who's already been there and through that process multiple times. And I share with you the expertise I've forged through that experience. So you save unnecessary cost, you protect the planet, and you create a really personally meaningful creative memorial plan and leave a loving legacy that's going to bring you and your loved ones peace of mind. So if this is the kind of future you want to see, where you feel you've done your best to prepare well so that you can fully live mindfully and confidently and at ease that you've done this preparation, I would love to hear from you. Plop in a hashtag aha, plop in a hashtag live or a hashtag replay, however you find me. If something in here is resonating, hashtag aha. If you're struggling with not having enough time, thinking that it costs too much money, I'm telling you, both of those are no excuses with my program, because it's not gonna. It won't take you that much time. It's gonna cost you a fraction, not even a fifth of what you would normally pay. So leave a yes in the comments if you want to learn more. And I want to let you know too that if you're not in my creative memorial planning group, please do join. I'll plop that link below. But I also have a hybrid self study and one on one coaching program. It's called Explore, Choose, and Plan Your Creative Memorial. And through my program, here's what I do. I help you explore these alternatives to corporate funeral traditions. I help you choose and find the options that are right for you in your area or where you plan to be or where you plan to go. I help you get those plans completely documented and ready. I also help prepare and write out your life story or your obituary so that it's ready. And there are ways that you can save money with this and be ready so that your loved ones can just do a little minor tweaking if necessary, but it's all there. They don't have to do too much thinking about it. I help you prepare legacy documents so that if you want to, you know, send a message, either audio or a video or a written message, I help you get these in order. And again, I help prepare a customized goodbye ritual, which can include, depending on what you want for your goodbye ritual, it can also include the full agenda. I help because I've prepared many, many memorials. I've facilitated them. I've served as a celebrant for them. I've performed for many. I've given eulogies. I've shared poetry. Many roles through that goodbye ritual. So I know all the details of what's necessary. So I can help you if you want that kind of memorial service at the end. I can help you prepare the agenda. I also have a template that I help you prepare your programs with your photo and everything that is necessary or that you wish to have as a personalized way of leaving your legacy. We get all of that ready, and I put all of that in a customized creative memorial plan in an accessible place digitally where you can access it at any time. You can share it with others, you can print it out, and you can edit it to update it anytime you want to, which is what I just did, for example, for my mother's plan. We just went in there and updated some stuff. So if this interests you, please plop in a hashtag aha or type in a yes in the comments, or just come and join Creative Memorial Planning Group. Lurk around and check out some of my videos to learn more about how I can help you. And I hope that this was helpful. I just really want to urge you, if nothing else, get that conversation started. You don't want anything to happen before you're ready with your plan. So get it done. And the first step is start the conversation and just get some ideas rolling. And if you need ideas, that's what I'm here for. Come check out my group. And thank you so much for joining today. If I can help in any other way, please send me a message. I'm always accessible for you. Send me a private message. I'm going to plop my link in so you can book a free call with me if you'd like to find out how I could help you, if we're a good fit for my Explore, Choose, and Plan Your Creative Memorial program, and we can see if that will work for you. Otherwise, I want to invite you to my group because there's a ton of information there that at least will help you get used to the ideas of these alternatives to traditional corporate customs. And it shows you things that are possible for you, and hopefully get that ball rolling for you to start your conversations. Thank you so much, and I hope this is helpful, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Talk to you soon.